Hello, and welcome to Updated Autopsy Report, a podcast from Yotseben and Friends where we replay the entire Ace Attorney series, longtime fans and newcomers. I'm your host, Ben, and with me today is Dessy.
Hello.
And two good friends of ours, Tiago.
Yo.
And Rose.
Hi.
Dessy and I are the longtime fans, and Rose and Tiago are the newcomers, except in this one particular situation. We hope that through both of our perspectives as we play through the series, it'll reveal new details and provide interesting commentary for a series that's near and dear to us. Today, we have all played through chapters 5 through 9 of Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. For these chapters, after saving Lynn from her death at the hands of the sniper, Sissel finds that she has escaped the junkyard office and disappeared. Sissel follows a lead to the prison, at which point Lynn calls the prison in an attempt to speak to one of the people there. Despite being unsuccessful, Sissel follows the phone line back to the basement Lynn is hiding in, only to, once again, find her dead. She is, once again, way too excited by this. Sissel deconstructs a strange and goofy Rube Goldberg machine as he prevents it from killing Lynn, who then asks him to return to the prison once more and find out tomorrow's schedule for this mysterious prisoner. Sissel agrees. In prison, he begins to track down the hints to the prisoner's location and encounters two other prisoners called Rock Jailbird, who leaked government secrets via a concert, and Curry-loving Jailbird, who broke into the police department with a flamethrower and demanded curry and rice. Sissel looks at the other prisoners' schedules on his way down and makes a horrifying discovery. He can't read. Despite this, he makes his way to the last prisoner, Detective Jowd, and looks at his schedule, only to find that it's blank. Seems Detective Jowd has a meeting with the electric chair. Sissel leaves to deliver this info to Lynn, but on the way visits the police chief's office, and eavesdrops in on Chief and Cabanella as they watch video footage of a shocking crime. Lynn seemingly shooting Sissel straight in the chest. The phone rings as a detective calls in to report that Lynn has been seen at the chicken kitchen, and Sissel hops over there immediately to find out what's going on. Upon arriving, Sissel finds a detective dead in a van that is plowed through the front of the chicken kitchen, and underneath the massive prop chicken is Lynn, crushed to death again. Sissel connects to her soul and reveals the two bombs that he has. He saw a video of her shooting him, and that Jowd has no schedule for tomorrow, meaning he's scheduled to be executed. Lynn denies having any memory of killing Sissel, but no one's 100% sure what happened still. Sissel jumps 4 minutes into the past to save Lynn, bops past two strange blue people named Beauty and Dandy, uses the waitress, Memory, to get around, and eventually is able to jump to the soul of the dead detective. There we jump 4 minutes into his past and find a very silly way to prevent him from crashing. Now that things are fixed, we find Lynn chowing down on chicken with the detective, who reveals to her that Jowd's execution is taking place at 11 p.m. tonight instead of tomorrow. That's in about 5 minutes. Distraught, Lynn begs Sissel to try to stop the execution while she petitions the justice minister to postpone it. Sissel agrees and travels to the prison. Once there, however, he finds that Jowd is already dead due to the electric chair being old and out of use, so it exploded. He jumps 4 minutes back, speaks to Jowd, who is, at first, not very grateful for the help. Despite this, Sissel uses an elaborate set of circumstances at the prison to blow up the chair early before Jowd enters the room, thus saving his life. Now, the power is out for the entire prison, which gives them a chance to escape. The two work together to escape the SWAT team and get Jowd outside. However, Cabanella corners him at the last moment. Knowing that Sissel is his only chance at this point, Jowd makes one last phone call to the Justice Minister's office and sends Sissel there to help Lynn. So, that was chapters 5 through 9. We can add another 2 tallies onto Lynn's death count. This is her 4th death.
Dude, her
third
KD,
or 4th death.
We're going to get some more of those still.
Her KD ratio goes crazy. I like Lynn a lot.
Negative right now.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. It's like it's 0.25 question mark. and that's if she killed Sissel.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be revealed that she did not, but
She did save the lady on the roller skates. So is that that increases. Wait, that decreases it more.
That decreases her KD. That's an opposite of a kill. That's a save.
Yeah,
What the fuck? That's like that shouldn't factor in at all.
it counts as a death for her.
It does. God, did Lynn die twice during this section? I forgot about. I did the
She
chicken
did.
death.
One via the Rube Goldberg, and then once via the Chicken Kitchen.
I forgot about the Rube Goldberg entirely. Honest, what a fucked up room. Why did he have that in the basement? That's
Why
so
did he have
dangerous.
that in the basement?
I love how Sissel comes into that room and he's like, "What is going on? What is all this? What are all these
it's kind of
gadgets?"
Funny, like the stuff that he doesn't remember. Where like
Yeah.
you're in the prison, he's like, "Wow, what are these rooms with bars on the walls?" But like with some stuff, he's like, "Oh, a telephone. I know what this is.
That's
Oh, a
because
fire
Ray
extinguisher. Oh, a dog." Like,
doggy.
well, so I think we
You
gotta
remember
talk
the
about
important things.
we gotta talk about how he doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
He forgot how to read. I've
Yeah.
never related to a character more. I too do not know how to read.
he
It's
has
it's really good because it's also like the big like speech bubble in all like large text basically as he like realizes like, oh my god, it just looks like scribbles to me. What the hell?
Sissel can't remember how to read.
What
Yeah.
up? I'm Sissel. I'm XX age, and I never fucking learned how to read.
What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
Yeah.
oh my god.
He doesn't. Don't know how old he is. It's true. He could have just been illiterate.
He could have, you know, he could have been illiterate while he was alive. That's a total possibility.
My
I
brain
think-
is like, with hair like that, he had to have learned how to read.
The instructions on the like on the hair product bottle. He has to know how
Yeah.
to do that at least.
Right.
Oh,
He needs to know how to
true.
leave, how long to leave it in for.
Now
would-
he has the note. The reason Lynn goes to the chicken kitchen is because she finds a note on his dead body that says, "Go to the chicken kitchen at 10 p.m." or whatever.
Right.
So he
Yeah.
must know how to read.
Oh, lore drop. He wrote that note, therefore he must be able to read and write.
Yeah.
Unless he's just
Damn.
able to write and not
Can't
read.
believe he's literate.
I like the last episode I came out swinging where I was like, I don't trust Ray the Lamp, and now I'm like, I don't trust me. I think I'm a bad dude too.
You think why do you think you're the bad guy?
I think Sissel did some bad stuff.
Why?
Context clues.
Oh, okay.
Context clues. Yeah.
Yeah, good point. I didn't think about critical thought on media. I forgot about
Critical
that.
thinking.
Critical thinking.
Yeah, he's meeting some sketchy foreign agents in a restaurant that the police are staking out.
Right.
He's like calling up detectives and like dropping
It
them
feels
messages.
like, yeah, it feels like he's like undercover, sorta. Like he is doing bad stuff, but it's because he's working with the police.
Yeah, he might be. He definitely gives me like international super spy, possibly, or like really elaborate con man. Those are like my
Mhm.
two guesses
Hmm.
for now. More information may appear.
I think I don't remember. I like Sissel forgot about the fucking plot of this game. I forgot that there's
Okay.
like some kind of weird international deal that's happening. They keep referencing the fact that there's like they're gonna change the country somehow, and it's Sissel trading some shit or something like that, or it's the
Trading Pokemon
to
cards.
so like clearly we discussed how like in the previous episode that like they went out of their way to make this game seem like it could take place in any country, but they needed to add like, all right, we still need to add the concept of like a foreigner in our game. How do we do that? Oh, let's make them all blue skinned.
They're the blue
Right.
meanies.
The blue meanies for the
blue
yellow
meanies.
submarine. Oh, the blue meanies are here, and they're hot. What the hell?
Yeah,
That's what I said when we
why
saw
is
the
she
lady.
so hot?
Why is she built like that? What the fuck? We, I'm surprised that like the chicken kitchen turned out to be an integral point of this fucking game as point X. Oh my god, I feel like I'm scatterbrained because I played like one section a day, and then I can only hold 3 sections in my mind, so the first 2 are just completely gone. I forgot we did the Rube Goldberg machine, and I forgot what we did after that.
Yeah, the Rube Goldberg machine was, excuse me, the Rube Goldberg machine was, something that it seems to be setting up for later, because there was a lot of like, why is this room here? And you don't get to quite figure that out. You just have to, stop it from functioning perfectly so that Lynn can live again. Did y'all enjoy this like bit with the bouncy ball, essentially like stopping it from like bouncing the right way so that it can knock the arrow the other direction and all that stuff?
I
That it sets the birthday
struggled.
cake off.
I struggled, but I eventually got it right by accident.
My puzzle solving skills is not as sharp as they used to be. Because
Dulled by Leighton.
here's the thing: in Layton, they weren't time constrained. These are time constrained, right?
Yeah, I can only do slide puzzles now.
me and Rose spec into the slide puzzle tree. We didn't spec into the fucking quick puzzle tree.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
So now we gotta be like super aware of like how things are moving. So I'm constantly hitting the like ghost button to like see like, all right, where can I get to? And then I'm like, all right,
Right.
nowhere. Stop for a millisecond. All right, now where can I get to? The chicken kitchen it's interesting because it introduces the concept that we can go 4 minutes into the past while we're already 4 minutes into the past.
Right.
Yeah, I bet we can use that in a fun way later. Let me just keep going.
If
Just
we-
like every other character gets killed, and I have to keep like just chaining backwards and backwards to like stop it.
honestly,
Get more story.
if you go through all of human history, there's probably a way that Sissel could make the chain all the way to the caveman era. I like that, honestly.
I don't know if he could do that before.
Oh,
Sunrise,
telephones! Fuck, the invention of the telephone. He could go back to all the way to Alexander Graham Bell, and that's
That's-
it.
Then that's his hard limit.
though.
It's just hard limit.
Before telephones, ghosts just like couldn't go anywhere.
True. How did they travel? They had to like possess rocks and shit.
Or like
They
a
just
letter.
went.
Yeah.
They just crossed over instantly.
Possess a rock and then just get somebody to chuck it real hard in a direction.
Oh, so we go to the chicken kitchen. My girl Lynn puts it away. Shout out to her, chicken kitchen eater. Love me a baddie who can put it away.
She's eating so much chicken.
She's eating a
eating
whole roast
so
chicken.
much chicken.
So much protein.
It's so funny.
She just finished her workout.
The animation is so good because the chunks of chicken are huge. They're like 4-inch by 4-inch cubes of chicken that she's shoveling into her mouth.
You
what
had to be able to see them on the DS screen.
Yeah, I know.
True.
It's great.
What an icon. Lynn saves somebody here and is like, all right, yay, and then dies immediately. Boo. And then that's when we go back to the van death. I forget, did we do anything before you came to the chicken kitchen? We visited the... Oh yeah, we visited the prison to check the blackboard of the prisoners. How do you feel about the prisoners? How does everyone feel?
Yeah, that was
Sausage
a
Head
question.
is something.
Huh?
I don't like him. I do like the little rock guy though. His design was kind of charming.
I like him. I don't like the way he walks because he walks a little too slow for me.
There's a
Because
lot
he
of
goes
characters
bow,
who
bow, bow, bow,
walk
bow,
too slow.
as he was walking.
Yeah. As a ghost who needs to get from one place to another, he's like a fucking slow MBTA. Like, I gotta fucking... He's a shuttle bus. I hate this.
Oh my god, all these people are driving shuttle buses and I just want to get on this fucking subway. I swear. I'm in suffering right now, my fellow Bostonians. And that doesn't even like pinpoint where I am because you all know how it is.
Yeah, you all know how it is. So like, the 3 prisoners are the rock and roller, Sausage Head, and Detective Jowd. The first 2 are under crimes of revealing state secrets that they had no business of knowing. I have no idea why they know this stuff, even though I did play this game. I wonder if it's revealed. Whatever, I don't care. Detective Jowd, let's talk about him. Love that guy. He's a baddie. I like him a lot. He is literally
Big
a
man
baddie.
with like French fry hair, basically.
He too can put chicken away, and that entices me.
Freezing cold 2-hour-old
That's where
chicken.
Lynn got it from.
Uh,
She learned it from him.
Oh
Blurred-
dear.
Her
Detective
chicken mentor.
Detective Jowd, painter, who is painting a picture of Sissel. Super stuff.
Yeah, I didn't mention this in the summary, but yeah,
Oh
he's
my-
painting
yeah.
he's painting a picture of Sissel, and Sissel's like, "Why the hell do you know me?"
Who
Yeah,
are
he's super this man, very fun. I like his design. Super unhelpful. Really
Yeah.
deeply unhelpful man.
actively
He
Because
wanted
he's
to
like-
die is the thing.
He's like, I'm painting this picture of someone who I don't want to forget. His face I don't want to forget. And he turns or he walks away from the painting, and it's you, it's Sissel. And then you're like, oh my fucking god. And then you meet him, and you're like, who am I? And he's like, I don't really know. And I'm like, you bastard.
He actively is like, I actually straight up don't want to tell you. You didn't reach enough tricks. You gotta reach 500 out of 500 tricks in order to talk to me.
And his segment is also like, it was difficult. It was a little too. I got frustrated.
So
Yeah.
which segment? There's 3 of them.
Oh, the one with all the lights out, and you have to like waltz him past all the guards.
Yeah,
And
Right.
you have to get the timing right, and
An escort mission, you might say,
Yeah.
in a way.
now it is fun when you. There's a part where he just sort of his entire like model just
Yes,
rolls,
yes.
just rolls along inside of a little like
He's like one of
Air
those
duct.
seals where you squish its face in.
yes.
True.
So I did love that, and that saved him a little bit for me. But like I said, I was frustrated, and then again at the end, you're like, "Who am I?" And he's like, "I don't know who you really are, or whatever." And I'm like,
I've just seen your face and I want to remember it.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I know, buddy.
It's like, but you could just tell me anything you know. That would be all right. But no, apparently
Yeah.
not.
Like
I
He
like-
does mention the music box.
Yes.
He mentions that that's important. So obviously we've got to get back to that at some point. But
Mhm.
yeah, then one thing that I do like about Jowd, because yes, when you first connect to his soul, he's very unhelpful. He's very much like, well, I asked to be executed. Like I asked for this to be put to rest, and I asked for everything to be ended. So the fact that you're kind of throwing off my plans actually kind of pisses me off a little bit, you know? So he's kind of a jerk to you at first. But once he realizes what you can do, and also that you're willing to help him, he starts to warm up to you. I like that he almost instantly catches on to what your powers are, right? Like he starts to go like, oh, so you can travel via telephone lines? Okay, that gives me some ideas. Oh, you can travel by sticking on to, essentially possessing objects and following them. Great. Okay, that gives me some ideas. So he instantly is like, okay, when you are getting out there, make sure to jump to the spoon, and I'll make sure that we get picked up together, kind of thing. Or
Yeah, and when he calls like places that he wants you to go, like at the
exactly,
very
yeah,
end, he goes, "I gotta make a phone call," or like he calls the guard station because he
Right.
figures you're there, and he picks up, and he like the guy picks up and he's like, "Hello," and Jowd is like, "Oh, I'm not talking to you. Hey, is Sissel there? Can you come on
Yeah.
through, buddy?" I was like,
Yeah, it's
"Damn,
really
he's
good.
smart."
Yeah, it's really fun that it's fun to have a character like that is like competent in that way and catching on to things really quick and going like, all right, well, how can I use this right, immediately?
Mm-hmm.
he's sharp as attack. He's a
Yeah.
dart. That's how
It's because
sharp
he's an
he is.
artist.
He's an artist.
It's it's lovely to have a smart character.
That-
As
I-
much as I love Ace Attorney, a lot of these guys are dumb as rocks.
Wait, yeah, who's the smartest character in Ace Attorney?
Edgeworth.
No,
But like he's faking it.
Edgeworth can be stupid by proximity, but he is pretty smart.
The
I think Edgeworth's like very book smart, but
he doesn't know what a perfume is. Like
Who's street smart?
no, he does. He just hates women's perfume.
Exactly. He equates it with like the smell of garbage. Like there's no difference to him.
That's just because he's gay.
I know.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. I love Detective Jowd a lot because he's still like he's like kind of a jerk to you, but he does it with a smile. You know what I mean? Like all those comments
He's
he
like
makes.
the dad that hands you a can opener and tells you to figure it out.
Jesus Christ! Don't bring a bee dad. How dare you? All right, we gotta step away. I'm stepping away from this one. Detective Dowd. We investigate his blackboard. He's got no schedule because boom, that motherfucker's gonna die, and he wants a whole roast chicken. We go back to the chicken kitchen. We save Lynn. We eavesdrop on two foreign agents who are clearly making the shadiest deal. We save the guy who's bugging the place because the waitress is getting too goddamn big for her britches and decided to do a covert mission without permission. That's a mission without permission.
Yeah, you do need to ask before you just randomly are bugging people. Like, come on.
It's
What
so
is
funny.
this, America?
Well, I mean, it could be.
She could just set up a ring doorbell and then she'd be fine.
Then we have to go back to the prison because the failed execution. We have to save Jowd by shorting the chair before anyone is in the room, therefore no one is injured. And then we have terrible, no good, very bad in the dark escort mission where we have to get Jowd from the dark into the other room. Rose, I sympathize with you because I too had difficulty in this section. Especially with the one where you have to like open up the hatch and the dude has to like fall through.
Oh yeah, I kept dropping that dude in all of the wrong times. I got mad, so I looked at a guide because when I get mad, I do that, and I was like, this doesn't help me. Like I
you
I know where I'm supposed to be, but like this sucks.
You looked up for like a guide for a game that's like 15 years old, and therefore it's all like game facts, like ASCII
Game facts,
font.
like fucking text picture thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's fine though, cause like those people didn't put like spoilers and like links to like 50 other like how to like get started, etc. Like best builds for blah blah blah. Just give me spoiler
Make
free
sure to
text
know how
walkthrough.
your Sissel is specced out.
Yeah, it's like sorry, get that shit out of here. I'm stuck on one thing, and I want to know what that one thing is, and now I'm good.
And it still comes down to timing, basically.
Yeah.
Jowd has enough arm strength to just throw himself into like a vent, like a small space inside like 2 floors. I didn't know this.
Body strength to get into that vent.
He's been working out.
He's been eating chicken and painting. What the fuck do you mean working out? There's not a single weight in his room.
Chicken is mostly protein.
I mean, okay.
Grab onto a bar and start doing some lifts.
To
probably,
be fair, we've only seen like an hour of his life, like max. So
true, good point.
Who knows what he's up to?
Based on his like physical like abilities, we know so much.
Also, I think it's important to say that we should discuss the crime that he's here for, which is killing his wife. There was one witness to this crime, and he's also the person who like saved child Lynn when Lynn was like abducted at a park.
Right.
So he's claimed 2 lives. He's a murderer. He's a murderer. And no one else here is a murderer, though.
Yeah, everyone, like, this prison is supposedly a special prison for people who share state secrets, kind of thing. But Jowd is a murderer. Supposedly, he murdered his wife.
See.
But there's definitely like a whole bunch of people going like, Jowd could never do that. I can't believe it, and he's like, nope, I really did kill my wife and I need to be killed for it. So there's definitely like a, what's going on here? Kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But yes, then he also, he saved Lynn when she was being supposedly grabbed and abducted by a random person in the park. We don't get a ton of details. She basically was like, I'm a kid and I didn't know what was going on and somebody grabbed me and then he shot the person who was grabbing me. So after that, then she looked up to Jowd and kind of considered him her mentor.
Yeah. I think Jowd is a cooler mentor than Carbonara because Carbonara just wants to do disco. and he's not.
Yeah.
Is he
They're
a good
kind of-
detective?
Judd kind of implies that he's like maybe up to some shady shit. So maybe he's also a bad guy.
Yeah, Detective
Everyone is bad except for Lynn and Missile, maybe.
Inspector Cabanella. Dad goes on to talk about like why he wears a spotless white coat, and the reason is because he's like, my record must be spotless so I can advance through the ranks of the police force. And it's gotten to the point of where like he'll even trade in his own best friend for a case, you know?
Right.
But like he also Jowd goes, "Hey, can I make a phone call before you put me back into prison?" And Cabanella's like, "All right, I'll pretend I didn't see it, but I will hear it, motherfucker." And that's when Jowd is like, "Go forth, my Sissel, and assist Lynn." And
A lot of people telling me what to do and just sort of assuming I'm gonna do it, which
You're-
I am
you're,
because I have no memories or anything else. But still,
you're an amnesiac ghost who is going to disappear in like 6 hours. Fuck it, might as well just do what everyone else wants, huh?
apparently,
You have
I
no.
mean, what else am I gonna do for real?
Do you think Sissel has like memories of like vices like beer and smoking?
He doesn't even know how to read.
That doesn't mean he doesn't know how to smoke. You know, he doesn't know how to hit the pipe,
He looks like a guy who would.
Jesus Christ.
hit the bonk.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if he remembers it though.
Yeah, he looks at a bong and is like, "Huh, what a strange face," and then moves on.
Yeah.
But as soon as he touches it, he knows exactly what to do.
Oh yeah, I wonder like, because is a really good point. Is the fact that like whenever he possesses an object, does he inherently know the function of the object, or is he just like fucking around?
Mm-hmm.
Like
He just knows that press activate does thing.
yeah,
So, one thing that I really liked at the Chicken Kitchen was kind of getting to meet all the characters, like a whole bunch of new characters all at once. A whole bunch of NPCs. We get Memory, the waitress. We get the chef, whose name I am forgetting now off the top of my head.
he has a chicken shaped.
Guy getting ratatouilleed by a bottle of wine.
No, the wine
Yeah.
is not controlling him. I refuse to.
No, but it's under his hat.
It's underneath his hat. Okay, thank you. I was like, we can't just say he's being controlled by wine. That just makes him a wino.
No, it was under his hat.
So, so is Ratatouille. What?
That's why I made the comparison.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go get some wine after this. You know, I'm gonna start cooking.
Wine.
And then we also meet, of course, the bartender, and then Beauty and Dandy, who we don't get like a ton on them aside from Dandy is just simping for Beauty constantly, and they're here to meet for some big secret, and they've got an enormous suitcase which you use to travel kind of across the restaurant at one point. So I don't know. I found some of the interactions between the waitress and the bartender kind of fun, personally, and then when you see the like large chicken on the like hanging down from the ceiling of the restaurant, the whole time I'm like
a giant fucking like whale skeleton in a museum.
yeah, the whole time I'm like, all right, so when am I going to get to jump to that? When am I going to get to use it? And it actually is great that you have to like wait for it to spin properly so that you are on one end of that and then jump to the detective's soul. But yeah, no, I liked seeing a whole bunch of new NPCs all in one place, and you get a lot of dialogue from all of them that I think is pretty funny overall.
Yeah.
Nobody's as good as Missile, but some of these are kind of fun.
That
bits
bar is
here.
too high.
This waitress is down bad for like everybody. She's like constantly hitting on like the bartender, and also she's an undercover cop. She's like actively fucking bugging people, and she's down bad for the detective in the van who's gonna get killed in 20 seconds. And
I mean, she's
Enterprising young
distracting
woman.
people. It's dazzle camouflage. You won't notice that she's bugging stuff if she's like being extremely weird all the time.
That's true. I guess it's fair, right? It's the perfect cover because it's like, God, just get the fuck out of here. Just get the fuck out of here. It's like, I don't care what you do. Just leave me. Just leave. I do like her a lot. I also didn't realize what is her name?
Memory.
Memory? Is that supposed to be, she's supposed to be like a memory? What the hell is that?
I'm not sure. I don't remember if we get anything else that like explains that name, but it is just Memry.
She has the most like pun name so far. Unless
She's almost got the name of a Fall Out Boy song.
what Fall Out Boy song?
I don't want to talk about it.
Thanks for the memories.
Thanks for the memories. I should have known.
We gotta move on.
Rose's Fall Out Boy fanness is leaking through.
I gotta go.
Oh.
I gotta go. Yes, I'll be seeing them at Fenway later.
So like,
See you all there.
Enjoy something.
she has the most like pun name. That's why I was like, oh, she must be kind of important, right? Because
She's an Ace Attorney reference.
he is an ace. Wait, is she a reference to the fact that Phoenix Wright lost his memory several times?
No, I was gonna say because she's just got one of those goofy names.
Ah, okay, fair. Yeah,
Like saw it.
I kind of miss.
That's
I miss
fair.
Phoenix. I just miss him. I just think about him. He's like
It's been a little bit.
he's like
Yeah.
a corpse in the sky.
We'll be back in the Ace Attorney world soon.
I know.
We don't have much further on.
You
Ghost
got a little
Trick.
taste with the fire extinguisher.
I saw one fire extinguisher and I was like,
I think
ooh,
that like
yummy.
Maya would be really helpful in this situation, you know?
I would love
being able to talk to ghosts.
Yeah.
Maya summoning Sissel, and then Phoenix going, "What the fuck? Who are you?"
Her hair just like that.
Her hair
all
just
of a
like
that.
that. She developed sunglasses too,
notices.
right? Like
She
she
just appear.
they just
Yeah, I mean, she does, her clothing does change, sort of.
sort of sort of, huh, Rose? Oh God. I just love Detective Jad a lot. I think he's a really interesting character, and that's why I was really pumped for this section, is because he has nuance. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, oh, this guy's actually kind of deep. He's got
Nuance.
nuance. He's got facets like a gem. Meanwhile,
Uh-huh.
Lynn is like pretty cut and dry, just like a plucky detective.
Right.
I do like Lynn a lot, though. Lynn is something that we always need in an Ace Attorney game, which is like the protagonist always seems to play like the straight guy in the comedy duo, and then the sidekick is always like the goofy wild one. Like we have Phoenix and Maya, we have Edgeworth, and oh my God, Kay Faraday. I almost forgot Kay's name. Holy shit! I was gonna call her Katie, and I was like, no, that's not right. She does not have.
It was like almost there. It was in there.
Yeah, it's in Katie, but it's not KT. And then we have Sissel and Lynn. Also, Sissel in literally every person that he brings back to life, because they all are kind of ridiculous in their own way.
I mean, I think Sissel is like a little bit goofy. Like, I get a little bit of goofy guy vibes from him, but like, everyone else is so much goofier.
Exactly. Like, the goofiness about Sissel is the fact that, like, he has amnesia and is like, what the fuck is going on? He's looking at the world with fresh eyes.
He forgot how to.
He forgot how to read. And meanwhile, Lynn is like, I died for the fourth time tonight, Sissel. Where were you? Come on. I got shit to do. And Sissel's
It's really fun.
Sissel's just like, what the fuck? And then he brings Jowd back to life, and Jowd's like, thanks, I guess. I'll catch you later, man. Peace.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I think at one point, like, Sissel says to Lynn something along the lines of, like, aren't you getting a little too comfortable with what's going on here? And Lynn's like, well, lady can get used to a lot of things if it happens. Like, I'm fine. It's all right. It's happened to me like 3 times now, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And it's just very I don't know. Anytime that she just like justifies something that's going on to her with being just like, well, you know how a lady has to do, like when they're like, you're eating a lot of chicken. She's like, well, I need to keep my energy up. When they're like, you've had 4 glasses of water. She's like, well, ladies need to hydrate.
You know what? That is me, actually, though. She's
It's
right
just
about
really-
the 4 glasses of water.
She's just saying that because you have to put up with so much bullshit as a woman when men are just like that.
I just like to be hydrated.
Honestly, I didn't.
Yeah, it's just
Ironically enough, I did not hydrate yesterday, and I got a headache. I remember I had to take a nap because my head hurt too much.
That is
Yeah.
a symptom of being dehydrated.
Yeah, I get dehydration, like horrible dehydration, headaches, migraines. So
Linz and I.
everybody drink water.
I'm about to take a step
Yeah.
right fucking now, actually.
Yeah, if
Drink
at
your
home,
water.
where are you?
Thanks,
Do you have
Lynn.
water? Do you have a water bottle? Fill up your cup.
Lynn says,
You need like one of those Got Milk commercials, but it's Lynn holding a glass of water.
got water? Lynn says,
Got
if
water?
you're gonna die, don't dehydrate. You know? Wait, there's a better catchphrase in here.
yeah, you're almost there. You're in the
Don't dehydrate when you could hydrate.
you're in the stadium,
Fucking
but you haven't found the
Christ.
right seat yet.
I've never heard you use that phrase before in my life, but that's so fucking correct.
I just made it up.
I've never.
I made it up on the spot, so no, I've never used it before in my life.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit. You said that, and my brain immediately turned like weird tangent.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, wait, where are we again in the case?
I
forget.
We're talking about Lynn hydrating, but now I keep thinking about the show Monk because there's like several episodes that take place at the fucking LA stadium or
We
whatever.
cannot.
I know. Listen. That's my Monk reference. We're done. We're closing Monk. Okay.
All
Tony Shalhoub's going back in the fucking box.
Uh-huh.
I really love the characterization of the people in this game, particularly Lynn and Jowd, and like the fact that we are going to spend a lot of time with them, so it makes sense that we have like that they're good characters. I even like the fucking security guards, who we have not mentioned once.
It's true. We
Panic
do. We
dance,
really need to get into
panic
the.
dance.
Yeah, we really need to get into the 2 security guards because
Those guys are not doing a very good job.
we put it off for too long. We got to talk about Officer Bailey, who he's not doing a good job, but he is doing his best, I think. He's really trying
Yeah.
with all of his notes to keep everything in order, and his coworker is just kind of like, negging him the whole time, being like, come on, dude, you really need all these notes? And Bailey's like, I do, I really do. And as soon as a single note disappears, everything falls apart in his life. So naturally, as Sissel, you make the notes fall to get around the room.
Exactly. Listen, I'm on the schmove. All right, I gotta fucking go on to a new place. I'm willing to fuck up anyone's life to do it too. That includes this guy.
And so, like, when you come back, like, for the execution, and you find that it's already happened because when they tested the electric chair with Jowd standing right next to it, of course, it exploded. So it killed Jowd anyway, a couple minutes early, is essentially what happens. Very, like, grimly comedic Ace Attorney style beat that Takumi loves. And so, oops, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just side comment: are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to show like a death row convict like how they're going to die right before they die? That seems kind of fucked.
Have them in the same room, be like,
Yeah.
all right, here's this electric chair. Look at it.
That seems
looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
All right,
that seems
sit down, buddy.
fucked. Like that seems
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, that's not okay.
I mean, none of that is okay.
I mean, yes, the whole thing is not okay.
The whole
Also,
thing is-
yeah,
Our staunch anti-death penalty stance has not changed.
it's very funny because they also say like, oh yeah, we yanked this chair out of storage. Like we haven't
Yeah,
had
they're
the
like,
death
we don't
penalty in a
actually do
long
this
time
anymore.
anyway.
They pull it out of storage and set it up, like plug it into a fucking 3-prong plug.
Very sus.
Yeah.
Everybody,
And,
check on your electronics that you've not used in 5+ years. The battery may be expanded. If you need to replace your battery, make sure to replace it.
And so they blow it up anyway, and so that's why the power's out. And so you do that anyway, so the power still goes out. You just blow it up sooner, before Jowd's in the room. And when the power goes out, that is when Officer Bailey begins doing his panic dance. which he claims has been passed down in generations in his family. And it is a really elaborate, very goofy dance that he has to do when he's panicked, or else he might, I don't know, give in to the terrors or something.
The night terrors will seek me at dawn.
I like how his animation begins to like play a little faster as you go along too.
Yeah, he speeds it up. It's really
He's
all of the
panicking more.
animations are delightful in this game. They really are.
This had to be played on a DS, so they really pumped up the like visual. It reminds me of the difference between like stage acting and like acting for like a screen, because like you're looking at it from like a far away, right? So the characters have to be really animated on a stage, and
given how many stage motifs that are in this game already, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, so like
we could write a thesis on this, right? We could write a whole college paper on stage plays versus film versus for Ghost Trick on the small screen, how you have to exaggerate your poses. Yeah, you're onto something here.
You have to make your 4x4 chicken cubes.
Your 4x4
Exactly.
chicken cubes. And I think that's really interesting. God, I could you do the panic dance in real life right now if you could? Do you remember it?
Not quite. I remember big chunks of it, but
like the little like wiggly hand and then the twisty arm bit.
Eventually you've got
back
both your
and
arms
waves his
up.
hand.
If we want to connect to the Zoomers, we're gonna have to do a TikTok.
We're gonna have to turn it into a TikTok
TikTok.
dance that they can they can appropriate into a fucking Fortnite dance.
Put that on our updated autopsy report TikTok of all of us doing the panic dance. Go try to go viral.
Man,
it's
that's
funny.
cringe. That's cringe.
If you go on to YouTube, I'm pretty sure the video still exists of Shu Takumi doing this dance on the spot. Like, I believe that there's like somebody's like, "Hey, can you do the panic dance?" And he goes, "Yeah," and he just starts doing it right there.
So that's a secret, Cap. Takumi's always panicking.
So yeah, so that's out there if you so choose. You want to see our man dancing.
I mean, kind of impressive how much like he commits to the bit. Like he's like, yeah, I made this stupid dance up. I know it.
Right.
Like I will do it right now for you.
Of course, I know how to do the panic dance. I am the panic dance.
He is Panic at the dance.
Go.
This dance, this dance was used in promotional material, which is why I feel like we should have talked about it. It's in the commercials and shit, because people know the panic. Like people have seen the panic dance gif without playing Ghost Trick.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. So I had no idea about the panic dance, and I was just like, "Oh, funny bit."
I saw it and I was like, "Oh, it's like seeing an old friend again."
Nope, no clue.
The gifs definitely circulated on the internet after the game came out for a bit.
It was so smooth then too.
Yeah, it was a bit of this like, oh, this is funny, but also this is really well animated kind of thing. It probably circulated more in like games and nerd culture kind of stuff than much further out than that. It was, but yeah, it wasn't like
it was like the cake is a lie and fucking stuff like that.
It was never quite as big. I don't think.
No, but it's like in that circle
mm-hmm.
of people who were like, "Oh, I'm internet humor."
Right. Yeah, it kind of was circled around in that area for a bit. So, but yeah, so that's obviously that's going to be something that listeners would be curious to see how people reacted to that. So that's why we had to bring it up, because it's the panic dance, and I'm excited to see if the panic dance like catches on again. Because sometimes I need a panic dance in 2023.
Respect it. I'm fascinated again that this is like a meme thing that I was supposed to react to, because I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's how it is like when you come to stuff that's been out for a while and like you're just experiencing it now. There's either two things that happen. One where you're just like, oh, okay, that was nice. Or you go, oh, now I understand like 10 years of culture that I like saw through osmosis, but never quite knew what it was.
Later.
That
literally happened to me last night when we were watching Tiago play Dead Rising.
Wait, what? What was the thing that you noticed?
Where he takes the pictures and it makes like he goes nice.
Oh, the nice.
Fantastic. I was like, oh my god, I've heard this a million times. I had no idea where this was from.
Yeah, we played Dead Rising last night. I love that game. Capcom, good game developers, except for when they're not.
Sometimes.
Um,
Just saying, I shared in that. Oh, that's where that's from moment.
My phone just gave an
I'm,
alarm, and I got scared for a second because I was like, "Oh my god, who's calling me?" It's to water my plant.
Yeah, I'm definitely like very intrigued to see where the story here goes. Like I'm hooked. I'm interested. I want to know. I think they're doing a great job of that. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's nice
I'm
that
along
like
for the ride.
yeah, it's nice that like everything kind of I don't know. Everything is really tightly integrated in this game, you know?
Mhm.
Every single character has some kind of relationship with another character that you have met, right? And there's I don't know. To me, at least so far, we'll have to see how the rest of it goes. But if I recall correctly, you know, I don't really feel that like there's too many like huge ass pulls in this game. You know what I mean? Like the story really kind of clicks together in a lot of puzzle pieces. There's still wacky stuff that happens, right? You know, there's still strange, you know, Ace Attorney or even beyond kind of like tiers of stuff that's going on. Cause we've got ghosts, right? You know, we've got some weird stuff happening, but
You got people making telephone calls on behalf of ghosts.
right. But like everything does kind of like nestle in together nicely, especially by the end. So yeah, hopefully, as we continue to make our way through the rest of this, that what my memory, you know, has what's been etched into my memory is still how I experience it now. So
Yeah, I'm already getting the sense that everything is gonna fit nicely into place at the end. Like, give me some cool looking puzzle pieces, but I feel confident that they'll all come together eventually.
I think
I trust Shu Takumi.
Yeah, he's done it before, so why would I not trust him to do it now?
yeah, this game very much like a chicken does not have a lot of fat to it. Everything is every woven together. You know how chicken doesn't have a lot.
It's all meat.
It's all meat, baby. It's all. It's all.
Put that on a shirt. It's all meat,
Oh,
baby.
dear.
It's all meat, baby. No fat. Like I feel like everything about this game like matters. Every NPC that we see matters. You know what I mean? And I think that's very interesting. Like, there's never like a character that we look at and we go, actually die. You know what I mean? We've not had a die character yet. We haven't had
so far.
We've had
So far.
we haven't had a hottie clinic doctor yet.
Yeah, nobody has been inappropriately harassing any women.
Big plot.
Nice to see.
Knock on wood.
Big-
The dog is barking in rage at this idea. I shouldn't have even mentioned it.
So let's hope we can keep that streak going, baby.
All right. Yeah, any last thoughts before we wrap up here then today? If so, then you can follow the show on Twitter at Ace Attorney Pod, co-host / Ace Attorney, or our website, updatedautopsy.report. That'll let you stay up to date on everything we do, as well as watch all our Let's Plays that Dessy and I, and also Iro in the rotating guest chair, are doing as we play through all the games, which is at youtube.com/@Yotseben. You can follow me on pretty much all social media at Yotseben. Dessy, where can people find you?
Yes, this is Des on Twitter if you want to see me. Okay.
Whoa.
If you want to see me freak out about one singular character.
Okay.
That's fine. That happens.
I was like, whoa.
That
Tiago.
was such an ominous sentence.
So you can come to my Twitter to see me not post for months. No, I do post sometimes.
Respectable.
It's me talking about Magic the Gathering and or some other shit that is currently on my mind. Right now it's Mega Man Star Force for the DS. The DS has a lot of good games. Shout out to the DS.
Like that thing.
Love that DS.
What's your actual account name?
Oh, at Tiago S. Dutra.
There you go.
There you go, baby. I thought I said that.
And Rose.
You can find me at Rose Nonsense on Tumblr and sometimes co-host, where there is mostly ship posting, which is, I think, what you'd expect from me at this point. We know each other well enough.
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope that you'll rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platform of choice. Next episode, we will be playing chapters 10 through 14 of Ghost Trick. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.